There's one thing, I don't know if you follow me on Facebook or not, but it was one thing I started doing right before the pandemic. I think it was, I don't know, I was 26, so 2018, around that time. And I was like, or maybe it was 2015, but one of those years I was like, I'm going to choose word of the year. I don't know if it was, I don't know who I got this concept from. I got it from someone. But one of those words was, the first one I think was like patience or consistency or something like that. And it was just my word of the year. And I was like, okay, everything I do, everything I'm acting for, I'm reacting, everything I'm thinking has to have consistency. Word of the year. Next year, balance. Finding balance. Okay, moderation, which means, okay, in health-wise, I need to be moderate. In tone-wise, I need to be moderate. In spiritual-wise, I need to be moderate. In community-wise, I need to be moderate. I need to find balance. So when you focus on one thing and you just keep honing onto it, and you keep honing it, then every day doesn't feel like such a massive task. It's just every day, at the end of the year, you look back and you're like, wow, 365 days passed and here I am. Wow, I actually grew. I actually did something about it. Rather than, ranting on social media or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that I started accounting for myself. Is you can be the best accountant for yourself. I mean, my best friend always keeps tabs on me, of course.
That's good to have.
Yeah. It's really a blessing. I'm so beyond blessed. I don't know. If there was someone else that I could worship besides God, I mean, obviously that's not the case, but if after God and the holy prophets and everything else, that would be my friends. Who were there for me when literally no one chose to stand up.
You have good friends.
I hope so.
It seems like you have good friends.
I would like to think so, because no matter how many thank yous I say, no matter how many times I wish them happy birthday and pray for them every single time that I'm struggling, and I can just be myself. I don't have to worry about them noticing me or judging me, or which I'm guessing your friend must have felt that way at one point in time. I don't know them, but I know as a human being, it's a very human experience to feel that you don't know this, but there could be someone else in their life that could be nagging them the whole time.
That's true.
And you came and broke that last straw. You don't know that though, right? Because in your books, you're just doing it the first time. You're like, I just told you, but that makes them rip.
True.
And they're like, that's it. I'm not afraid anymore, or whatever. It could, escalate from there. But you're just like, whoa, what just happened? Like, you just burn down the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you don't know that. So it's best to just... My rule is 3. I go by the number 3.
Okay.
Say it 3 times, do it 3 times, and that's it. After 3 times, done.
That's fair.
If I need to ask you something, hey, would you like some water? No, thank you, I'm fine. Hey, would you like some water? No, I'm good, I'll have some later. The 3rd time, okay, but I don't want it right now. It's like, okay. After that, don't expect me to ask you. If you're gonna need water, you either get up and go to yourself, or you ask me in return.
Yeah.
But that's your call, again. I'm not forcing you.
Yeah, true.
So that's how I look at it.
Sweet. Nice. I think that's all I got for today.
Really?
I was gonna ask you, I don't know if this is too random, because I guess somehow, like, when I write these questions, I just kind of guess where the conversation will lead, and like at this part, I wrote,
even if it didn't lead there, go ahead.
How would you define the inner child?
Oh, you sure you want to open that can of worms?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, doctor, therapist. I have no idea, actually. I'm still working on it. I cannot actually give you an answer, because that's something I've been working on for the past 5.5 years.
So working on what?
My inner child.
But what is the inner child? What?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I can tell you one thing, it's very unresolved. It's unfulfilled. It's unsatiated or insatiated, if that's a word. It's overwhelmed. It's anxiety. It's a dark pit hole.
Oh.
It's everything Batman was in his childhood. That's why he's my favorite hero, because I feel like I may not have the same circumstances he had, where like the parents pass away and you're an orphan and you're this rich person as an adult and you inherit like $1 million or whatever. But I feel like I literally was raised in dark. And my inner child is just there for some reason. I can't do anything about it, because the more I unravel, the more I realize I need more therapy.
Oh yeah.
And I need to work on myself more and more and more on that, to be able to get to a place where I can actually even open up and talk about it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
True, that's fair. Because I was gonna ask you. I mean, you don't have to answer.
Okay?
If you could talk to yourself as a kid, what would you tell that kid?
It's okay. It's okay.
Like in general.
Literally, I would say these words. It's okay. It's okay, Arfa. Someone broke your heart. It's okay.
What if the kid...
Condolence. I would literally be there for myself. Like, if I had a time machine, I could go back. I would just hug myself and be like, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. I know it's painful. I know it hurts. I know moving to a new location where you don't have any friends, and it's so hard to make a friends in another country. I know that you're very, very angry at your parents because they didn't let you say goodbye. I never got goodbyes. And this is one of the things where literally this has become a thing into my adulthood. I can't say goodbye. I don't go to hospitals and I don't go to airports. Even when my sister is just leaving for the week, I can't say bye. Because I never got to say that last goodbye. So I feel like whenever someone is in my presence, or every time I'm meeting someone, I just assume naturally that I'll never get to see them again. And that's why I just live in the moment. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm never going to get to see you. One of my sister's friend's younger sister, she was around the same age as me, and I met her just once in New York. And I got so happy. I was like, finally, I'll have a friend I can talk to. Finally, I can do this. She was so stylish, so cool. Loved her style, loved everything about her personality. So vibrant and extrovert like me too. And I truly, madly was just like, I want to be best friends with her. I never got to see that girl again. Which sucks, because for the longest time I kept telling myself, like, I don't know why, like, even now I don't even know her last name, so I can't even find her on like social media or anything.
Do you know anybody that knows her?
Yeah, I know her sister.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know where she is, how she's doing, if she's married, or how her life then unraveled from the last time we met when I was just like maybe 12, 13. And, or no, maybe a little bit older than that. I was around that same age, teenage years. And I just remember meeting her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. And she was from the same background, South Asian. So, you know, there's also that relatability factor. So I think mostly that's how I started finding relationships. Is I was like, well, somebody can relate if they're from the same background, as ethnic background as me, and the same religion as me. That just gives me like two major, like, you know, relatability factors. So even if we have nothing alike, but we'll at least have these two, which are a big part of my personality and my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, for your example, for you, if somebody's, you're Christian, right?
No.
Okay. So from your faith, and so what's your faith?
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
So I'll just say spiritual. I don't know how to explain
monotheistic or polytheistic or neither. I guess you can vague it out. You're wearing a cross. That's why I assumed.
I like Jesus.
Okay.
But I'm not Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you believe in one God or many gods or no God, or how is it?
don't know how to answer that.
Still finding out? Still in the process?
If I have like the label for the thing that I, let's say, follow, I guess people call it non-dualism. What does that mean? How do you even explain that? Take a look at a yin yang.
Okay.
Whatever vibe that gives you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess Taoism is also another interpretation of that, like that actual Taoism. Like.
So you believe in balance, or everything has an equal and opposite?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. In the white, there's a little bit of black, and in the black, there's a little bit of white.
Okay.
Yeah. And both of them exist within one circle.
Okay.
And I don't know if that circle exists within another circle. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I guess for your thing, it would be more like if you're... I lost my thought.
Let's just say, like, it seems like enlightenment has a pattern.
Okay.
And it shows up in different... It shows up in nature consistently, and it shows up in some people.
Yes, it does show up in nature. In fact, it exists in nature innately.
Right?
Yeah.
And we come from that, like even like physically.
Yeah.
Like physically we come out of...
Yeah, which is going back to what we were talking about 2 paragraphs ago.
Sure.
That, that literally our souls are born to be at ease. We ourselves, the free intellect that for me God has given us is the free will, if you may. Say your mom.
Or her roommate, I don't know. Sounds like her roommate.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it sounds like her
10:30.
roommate. 10:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it time?
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Does your mom know?
That's my mom's roommate.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Thank you.
Hola, Jamie.
Buenas noches.
Hello. Before we wrap it up, I saw that we have some listeners in Japan and the Philippines now. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Arigato.
I actually had a lot of Filipino friends growing up in Saudi. So
really? Oh.
Yeah. So I forgot any of it. They taught me so many words, but I almost forgot all of them.
And they had like Spanish names, right?
They had more Christian names per se.
Like David.
Like one of my really good friends. Her name was Alyssa.
Ah.
My mom read it incorrectly in school, and she used to call her Alisa.
Alisa.
So I started calling her Alisa, and as I grew up, over here, and I realized no, it's actually Alyssa. But because my mom used to say it Alisa, and I used to call her Alisa too. I think that's where I probably got the accent from.
Cool.
I'm blaming it all on my mom.
Do you want to send a shout out to Saudi?
Yeah. I highly doubt anyone's, or I don't know if someone's gonna watch. That's cool. Oh my god, I'm blanking out. Ahlan wa sahlan. Marhaba. That means welcome.
Cool.
And yeah. Subscribe.
I'm still waiting for Peru to show up on my viewer list.
Wait, who?
Peru.
Oh.
But then again,
yeah.
This is English, so they speak Spanish, so maybe that's...
Yeah, that's so dope though. I saw that you got coverage from a news channel. That's so dope.
I forget what that was.
I don't know either, because it was like kind of cut off. But I saw you got a shout out from like an actual commentator who was like one of the football games.
My favorite YouTube channel, El Chesky.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, he did give me a shout out.
By the way, Saudi also plays football, so...
Yeah, you guys beat Argentina in the World Cup.
Woo-hoo.
I was watching that match with Argentinians in Vietnam, because Vietnam has Saigon has like every nationality. So I went to a bar to watch it with the Argentina crowd, and then
I remember that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you caught it on your phone.
I recorded when they scored the goal. I was so excited. Oh, but they lost. They lost in the end.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but
okay. They won the World Cup later, so it's fine.
Yeah, I remember that was one thing in common too, because we used to play soccer all the time in recess.
Cool.
Back home. When I say back home, I'm saying Saudi, not Pakistan.
Have you ever visited Pakistan?
Yeah, we used to go in the summer holidays all the time. Yeah. No, I haven't been back since like 2008.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. My cousins always tell me, when are you coming? When are you coming? I was like, I don't know. Maybe when the political, social climate becomes better, then I'll come visit all of y'all.
That's fair.
And everyone keeps harping me about it. When are you going to go? When are you going to go? And I'm just like, I don't know. Send me a ticket and make the climate better. Make it more livable. Make it so that I'm not worried about my life.
Right.
Crossing the street.
Yeah. I haven't been to Peru since 2018.
Damn, really?
But and this trip is too short to
Do you still have family back there?
Yeah, on my mom's side I have a lot of family.
Same.
I'm thinking next year I'm gonna take a longer vacation, like a 2-month vacation, and then go to Peru finally.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Vlog about that.
Yeah.
You need to start vlogging. Like, consistently.
Yeah, consistently. That's
I know. It's a lot of work. I know. But yeah, just keep doing it. By the way, I had a question.
Yeah.
Why Lux Saigon? You just randomly changed your name from Nick to Lux Saigon. I was like, who is this? I was like, first I thought it was your stage name. I was like, okay, that's dope.
I mean, it's the podcast name.
What does it mean?
And Lux means light in Latin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there used to be a Lux bar soap.
Really?
I don't know if you know, but all the South Asians know this.
Did it give you clarity?
There's literally like Lux Awards. Like you guys have Oscars. There in the South Asian community, there's Lux Awards.
Cool.
Yeah, mostly Pakistan.
That's good to know.
So yeah, Lux is actually a bar soap, and it smells amazing. It's literally like the Dove over here. That's the brand. That's the brand Reach. And I was like, ooh, nice. So good memories in my head about that. But Saigon, I didn't get that.
Oh, because I live in Saigon.
Oh, so that's okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you planning on like just kind of habitating there forever?
I mean, for sure I'm gonna live there the rest of this year and next year, but like too far in the future, I can't really say. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But
what if you move out of there? Are you still gonna keep it Saigon, or is it gonna change, or?
I think I would keep it just because I love that city so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think they deserve more recognition.
Is that one of the cities where if you had the option to, you would tattoo on your
I would.
body? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
A tattoo?
Yeah.
I got one like maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
In Saigon, but I got this one.
Oh, what does it mean?
Yeah, it's Wu Wei.
What does that mean?
Actionless action.
Action?
Actionless action.
Actionless action.
Yeah, shout out to Raging Tattoos. Black Raging Tattoos.
That's so dope though.
Yeah.
Actionless action.
Actionless action.
Okay. What does that mean?
I mean, think of like what is something that we can do, but actually you're not doing anything.
So effortless. What I was talking about earlier.
Something what is something like? Yeah, exactly. Effortless.
So something effortless.
Yeah.
So I guess second nature, autopilot. All these words come from the same energy, from the same concept.
I think somebody would say like nature is in a state of Wu Wei. It's in a state of actionless action.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so is meditation.
Yeah, that's possible.
Like meditation is like the art of doing nothing.
Oh, there's a book by that name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The art of not doing nothing.
Yeah, like meditation is not an action. It's like you do nothing.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that's something that's autopilot. It's something that's second nature.
Meditation.
Something you're not provoking or something you're not doing, but it's still happening. Whether you do it or don't do it. Like your breath.
Ah, right.
Yeah. One of the things that they teach in meditation is breath, right?
Yeah.
Focus on your breath.
Yeah, because it's always going.
Because it's always going, yeah. Can I suggest you one more thing that maybe you can... It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
He has a whole channel. I don't know if you know him, but I found him through one of the South Asian communities, and his name is Sandesh Maheshwari. And if you Google him, he has like plus 1 million plus followers now.
Cool.
But I'm not saying that just for the numbers, guys. I'm saying that because he has actually impacted a lot of people, and I'm one of them.
Cool.
And yeah, it's he actually the major crux of everything that he talks or he presents about is actually about the sound of silence, which is actually this
nice.
When you're sleeping, when you're awake, when you can always hear it. You can always go back to it. It's like you're breathing. You can't explain it. There's no way to explain it. It's an experience. It's a stillness is what it is. And so many other meditators or preachers say, oh, focus on your breath. But it's actually one step further in the depth of that. It's actually focused on the sound of silence. And he says, if you close your eyes and you're literally in a soundproof room, like go to a studio, like a recording studio, and just go into the silence room. Or go to any clinic. They have like the ear specialist and go to their soundproof room or that entire box or whatever that's called, and just sit there. I know a lot of people. I don't know this one vlogger. Michelle Khare from YouTube. She actually did that. The suspension thing. You're literally in water and you're suspended.
Oh, I want to
It's
try
like
that.
a dark room.
I know where to do
and
that.
And it's somewhere in California. I don't know where, but
they have it in Saigon too. You know, it's like I think I heard it's like 700,000.
Yeah, it's super expensive, but it's I would love to try that too. After a while, Nick, a lot of people who have experienced it and have shared their experiences, they have said, even Michelle said this herself, you literally start to imagine things.
Cool.
That's how much noise this world throws at us every single day. That even when we're literally in silence, that our thoughts are still running.
It's still like digesting.
Yeah, no. It's not even digesting. It's still like, even if there's nothing happening in the actual room, your brain is telling you that there's still people talking, that there's still, you can still hear the bus noise and this noise and that noise.
Yeah.
And your own thoughts are
running. Imagine sounds.
Yeah.
That's so
and
cool.
I realized, and I was like, oh my god. That somebody on YouTube also did that. I think it was Mr. Beast or someone, or Logan. I don't know. Where they literally dug themselves off in the grave, and that they did the grave suspension thing, which is basically you're just laying in the grave. Of course, he had the lights and stuff, because obviously, but yeah. They just put him in a grave and then they put dirt over him. Cool. So he couldn't see. There was no light outside, and he was, I think, in there for like 48 hours or something like that. Yeah. And they had like, the whole wires recording and everything, like how he was feeling, and he was like, he's like, I literally felt like someone was sitting on my chest and I couldn't breathe, even though I had air all around me. Yeah. That's intense. And I was like, that's literally how we're all gonna be. We're all like, not to be morbid or something, but that is actually like the biggest reality. There's no escape from that. True. So if you lead from that, again, acceptance. If you lead, scared me, Luca. What time is it? It's still, I think, 10 something. 43. Cool. But yeah, that suspension is actually closer to what possibly you would feel if you were alive in your grave, but you're not gonna. Like, no one's gonna be. But that's if we had that power to do, to be alive in our grave. That's what that suspension would be. I'm gonna try that. I've heard of this place. Because it's. I think they got the concept from Southeast Asia. Oh, cool. So I want to try that too. Yeah. But I actually did even try that, where actually you can just even go underwater, like if you have a pool or something in your backyard or whatever, and you just float, and you just, because water also blocks out, right? Yeah. All the noise. And if you ever did like I don't know, snorkeling or something in the ocean. The deeper you go, the more less sounds you hear from land and stuff. Besides from the water, of course. But if the water is really still and you go deeper and deeper, and the darker it gets, the less the sunlight. I guess that enclosement, what he did on YouTube, that's what he was showing, that like if the lights weren't on, actually no, there were no lights, but they had like the nocturnal nights, the what's it called, the night vision thing, they had that on for the camera, but there was actually no light.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, they were recording his reaction, his eyes were green and all of that. But yeah, it's one of those things. I think it's called body suspension or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Something suspension.
I wonder if I take a nap in there.
Yeah. Some people, they did actually have a study where some people just went into deep sleep, and they said in that sleep they didn't have good dreams or bad dreams. They just had nothing. It was just nothing.
Deep sleep.
Yeah. That is true deep sleep. That's actually the sleep that we're supposed to be getting every freaking day before going to work or before handling life when we wake up.
I wonder, like,
that's the actual sleep that we're supposed to be experiencing.
Right.
That we're not able to.
I wonder what if I go into that like floating tank and I take a nap and I wake up like, wait, where am I? Damn it.
Yeah, you will. But then, I don't know. I mean, it's very it's again, it's all
salt
about
water, right? Is it so you can float easier? Is that what it is? They put a lot of salt in the water or something?
No, I think it's just regular water.
Oh, really?
Or I don't know.
And you're just floating on like a.
No, you're not floating. You're in the water. But obviously, like they fill it up just so that you can breathe from your nose. It's cool. 1 inch. I don't know. That's what Michelle showed in her video. So I don't know. I've never taken it myself. I would love to, but I've actually tried. A lot of people who have claustrophobia, I would not probably recommend it for them because that's something that probably they'll need some time to get to that stage. Yeah. But yeah, I tried that in several other ways. Whichever way I could do humanly possible that I have the resources to. So I once tried to cover myself in a packing box, and I put all the packing thing and I tried to close myself, like as if acting like I'm a product that's just delivered. And I tried doing that, but I could still hear chatter outside my room. I tried to do that with a pile of clothes, like the winter like a bunch of winter blankets, and you pile it like the Princess and Pea. And you just pile it on top and you just squeeze and tie it inside. You could try that. I don't know. These are all like the normal day-to-day ways of going about it. But that's something I really want to try. That and skydiving. Total opposites.
Skydiving too. Yeah.
That's totally opposites. But I want to try with the one in Ashburn first. Because they have like the one that's like a really big building, but it's still indoors. That indoor stuff.
Right.
But we can go.
Yeah, there's still time for that.
If you're still here.
Yeah.
Because I know you're only here for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, till the end of the month. But I heard there's like actual skydiving in like Stafford or something.
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna try the indoors first.
To train, yeah.
Yeah, just to get my mental. It's not that. It's just that every year I used to go to the amusement park, and I used to get the rides, and that would actually reset basically my body with like the airflow to my head and the blood and oxygen and everything. But for the last 2 years I haven't gone, and that I think one mainly because of the pandemic too. And the second time I think I didn't go because what was happening, I think there was somebody in our house. There was somebody in our house. We were having a guest, so I couldn't go. But yeah, so that actually resets my body. So I definitely want to do that.
Would you ever do bungee jumping?
See, the thing with bungee jumping is that's where my nausea kicks in.
Oh, really?
I can't do loop-de-loop for some weird ass reason. I can't.
On roller coaster?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, roller coasters, yes, because I know you're buckled down and you're harnessed down with like 5,000 weight of metal around you. But for bungee jumping, you're pretty much just one click over here, and you're still wearing the harness
on your leg, right?
But I don't know. I don't think my body will be able to handle that at this age.
Oh, really?
And this health conditions that I have. I mean, I would love to. I'd love to get there someday. Maybe after I do the actual skydiving.
Cool.
Maybe I'll try the bungee jumping, but with skydiving, I think I'm definitely, because I love going in one direction and I love going either down or forward. Backward usually kind of gets me all dizzy and nauseated. But but loop the loop was actually my sister's way of tricking me. The very first time I ever rolled a roller coaster, she actually tricked me, which was very smart on her move because she didn't tell me that it was loop the loop. She's like, no, we're just gonna go up and down and left and right. And we did go loop the loop, and I saw it coming, and I was just like, crap, it's too late to scream now, so I just screamed. And she's like, it's okay, you'll be fine. And I'm kind of glad that she did that with me, because I think that was one way to get my fear out of my system. Yeah. But please don't do that. That's not the best way to go about it. But I don't know. I think it did help me in the long run, though, honestly, because I'm glad now, and I love roller coasters, and I'd love to go back. So sorry?
So she might take you to like a bungee jump cliff.
No, I'm gonna know. Because that same amusement park also has a bungee jumping place. Yeah, and
just look down there. There's something cool down there.
Oh no! It's not about looking down, because because of even ever just riding roller coasters in general, my fear of heights actually has decreased significantly. So it's not so much about looking down. It's more about, I mean, I definitely want to go, like, one of my bucket list goals is to go to Ohio and go to Cedar Point. That's the tallest roller coaster in the United States. So I definitely want to try that once upon a time.
I didn't know that.
When I get there, I will FaceTime you. I will FaceTime you from the top and be like, look at the drop. I love that, though.
Before we start, I wanna show them our yearbook pictures.
You can probably put it on the side, because they're not gonna know any. But I wish I had brought mine, but on mine, basically, him and Izzy, you and Izzy, were literally riding, and oh my god, it's ugly!
Can I show it? Can I show it?
Yeah, it's okay, whatever. You just take a picture and just show it, like, on the side.
What about mine?
Yeah. Can you believe actually what happened to me on picture day? I burnt my hair because I didn't know how to use a straightener.
Oh, dang.
That's the story behind that.
That's me.
Yeah. You haven't changed at all.
I looked
except your glasses.
Only my hair changed, right?
Literally. I don't even think so. I mean, you just cut your hair.
Taro's here, yes.
Wait, what? Whose hair? Arturo, yeah. Arturo hasn't changed either.
Arturo looks the same.
You both look like you never aged.
I think he looks younger now.
Yeah, you have like some Paul Rudd jeans going on there or something.
This is my mom's jeans. I think that's it for today. Yeah? Thank you guys so much.
See you next time. Good night.
That was